everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my current everyday makeup look, which is this. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this video, but before we get into it, don't forget to like and comment if you want to, and subscribe, but also don't forget to press the notification bell because YouTube have been really dodgy and you won't see any of my videos unless you press the notification bell. So make sure you press that so you know every time I upload a video. But let's just get straight on with the video and I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, before I properly get started, I'm just going to put some Vaseline on, and then with the tissue I'm just going to rub on my lips. If you don't have a lip scrub, that's just a really good way of getting all the dead skin off your lips. So you probably know I always start off with my eyes, so I'm going to zoom you in and we can focus on the eyes. I'm firstly just going to brush out my eyebrows. Okay, so next thing I'm doing is using my Freedom Brow Pomade in the shade Blonde. And I have my Spectrum A14 brush, and I'm just going to fill in my brows using the pomade. Okay, we're going to leave the eyebrows for now because I can't actually do anything more with them until I've used concealer. So what I'm actually using is the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C1, and I'm going to put this like under my brows and then also along the top. And this actually is quite a thick concealer, but it spreads really well. And then I'm taking the Spectrum A13 brush and I'm just going to try and clean up the edges. So I'm just going to gradually bring it up. And then I've got a little gap where I'm not happy with the shape, so I'm just going to fill in that gap there. Bring it all over my eyelid to set it as an eye primer. Using this does make my eyebrows look very dark, but I would rather have dark eyebrows than light, and it's kind of the right colour still. So I'm going to set all of the concealer on my eyes using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar and the shade White Chocolate. And I'm just going to use a Lydia Professional's flat brush just to put it all over. So that is all set under my eyes now. So I can start on the eyeshadow. So the palette I will actually be using is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I've been using this so much recently. I really, really love it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this Sheer Cover fluffy brush and the shade Salted Caramel, and I'm going to put this as like a transition shade just kind of all through my crease. I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. Spectrum A12 brush and the shade Semi-Sweet, and I'm going to put this in my outer crease and just kind of blend it a bit. This is a very tiny brush, but I feel like it does the job. This is just very good for actually packing on the eyeshadow and just blending it slightly, but not too much. Okay, the next brush I'm taking is the Spectrum B06 brush, and I'm just going to blend this out a bit because this is really fluffy. Just going to blend this into my crease. The next thing I'm doing is taking just this flat brush, and I'm taking the shade Salted Caramel again, and I'm going to use this in like my outer corner here and just kind of blend it up to the top half, but leaving this section of my eye free of any colour. And then again I'm just taking this fluffy Spectrum brush and the shade Semi-Sweet, and I'm just going to add again more colour. Using my MAC Fix Plus spray, I'm just going to spray another flat brush, and then I'm going to use the shade Marzipan, and I'm going to use this in the area where I didn't put any product. So here, bring it all the way to my inner corner here, and then just bring it up slightly, just by tapping it. Not so that loads and loads of product gets on the other bits. I want this middle bit here to be the main focus of the colour. I don't know how well this is showing up on camera, but it is in person. I don't think it is even showing up on camera. I need my studio lights on when I do makeup looks. I forgot to say, I'm actually using natural lighting, so yeah, that's why if any like highlight and shimmer won't show up, it's because I'm not using my studio lights. I'm taking this tiny little brush and I'm using the shade Salted Caramel, and I'm just using this up here. And then I'm using the shade Semi-Sweet again, just in that same V shape. So now moving on to the rest of the face, and we can finally stop looking at the grossness that my face is right now. I'm just going to use my MAC, oh damn, I need to go wet my blooming sponge. Okay, sponge is wet, So I'm just going to spray, oh no. Oh, I do love this thing. I'm saving my Mario Badescu for holiday, so I'm not using it yet. Well, I've already used it, but I'm saving it now. Okay, so for foundation, I'm using my all-time favourite, my Revlon Colour Stay. For combination to oily skin in the shade 150 Buff. And then I'm just going to blob this, like, all over my face. This foundation is literally the perfect colour match for me. It doesn't oxidise, at least it barely does if it does. Like, I haven't noticed it oxidise, which is so good because literally every foundation I've used oxidises so much. This is just perfect. It's the perfect, like, consistency. Oh, I love it. I just love the finish this foundation gives. If you were looking for a new foundation, try this. And if you don't have combination to oily skin, they do actually have one for normal to dry skin, which I would recommend you try as well. Yeah, next up, we're taking the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Again, the same shade from before, and I'm just going to use this under my eyes. And then I'm also going to take the L'Oreal True Match, and I'm going to use this as well. The Makeup Revolution one is a little bit more thick. The L'Oreal one's a much lighter consistency, and it's a very slightly different colour. And I also use the thin end of this to blend it. I also use this to just shape out my concealer. Not concealer, eyeshadow. But then again, I'm just going to take the same Makeup Revolution concealer and just use it on blemished areas. Basically, places where I have redness and spots. Blemishes just sounds much nicer, doesn't it? I really love this sponge though. I would recommend you guys get it. The next thing I'm taking is the Maybelline Matte Makeup Mattifying Powder in the shade 10 Classic Ivory. I've really been liking this powder. The brush I'm using is the Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm just going to pack this on under my eyes. This is the only time I use this brush, and I just use it to physically just push in all the foundation onto my skin, and this just stops it from cracking and it leaves your skin feeling super soft. And I just kind of bring it down to about here in a V. Right now I'm just going to take this Spectrum A05 brush and just use the powder again. I always use powder before I contour. I don't know why, I just prefer to. Okay, next thing is contour. I'm not very good at contouring. This side always goes well, this side always goes bad. I don't know why. The brush I'm using is the Real Techniques cheek brush, and I'm using the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour palette, and I'm using this shade here. This is so good. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of this. So I just put this on in like a sweeping motion like that, just below my cheekbone, and then I move in circles. Now what you want to do with contouring is you don't want to bring it too close to here, like that's probably getting a little bit too far, because you just want it to act as like a shadow here. Now this is really visible on camera, but it's not too visible in person. Okay, now onto bronzer. I'm using my Real Techniques Multitask brush and Hoola by Benefit, and I'm just going to start off by doing it where I contoured, and then just gradually just bring it up around the face onto my forehead. Feel like that looks okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is blusher. So I'm actually using the Soap & Glory Glow All Out in the shade Shimmer Switch. This is technically a highlight, but it's quite pinky, and because I'm very pale, this works really well as a blusher, like a shimmery blusher. And I'm using the Spectrum C03 brush. I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm using the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour palette again, and I'm going to be using this shade and this shade as a highlight. I love mixing these together. So next I'm using this really little tiny brush, and I'm using the same highlight again, but this time I'm using it under my brows. I think brow highlight is so pretty. And then I'm using this shade, and using the same little brush, I'm using it on my eyelid. As you can see, I'm going in like circular motions, and then I'm going to use it as an inner corner highlight. This is I really love this look. It's just glowy and pretty and nice. Next up is eyelash curling. So I'll zoom you in again now because we're kind of back on the eyes. So, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I usually heat them with my straighteners, but my straighteners are over there and I'm not moving again. Okay, now for mascara. The first one I'm using is the Maybelline Classic Volume Express Waterproof. This is my all-time favourite mascara. I actually do have a new one. This is an old one. It's kind of drying out, but I don't want to use my new one until I go on holiday. Then I'm taking my Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara, and I'm going to go over it. This will just give it a bit more volume. This is also one of my favourite mascaras. So I'm using this really small flat brush, the Too Faced palette in the shade Salted Caramel. I'm just going to bring this under my lashes. Okay, now for lips, I've still got some Vaseline on, I can still feel it, but the lipstick I'm using is my YSL Rouge Volupte Shine Lipstick in the shade 47. And when I bought this, I was really disappointed because I was like, damn, it's different colours to what I thought it would be. But recently, I've been wearing this so much, I love it. It smells really fruity and it's just so moisturising and it's just great for summer. Also, my hair's in a messy bun right now and I haven't brushed it today. Wow. Don't we love hair from the shower? So yeah, that is the final look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe and comment and press the notification bell because you want to be notified every time I upload a video. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you again soon in a few days. Bye! Oh yeah, I got mascara here. I never took it off. Ow.